Howdy, y'all. Hey, we're going to do something that you normally don't do for air guns. We're going to pillar bed this stock. And the reason we're going to pillar bed it is here is where it connects to, right here. And then you have 1, 2, 3, and then one up on the end down here. I don't know if I can see it in the camera, but so we got 1, 2, 3, 4 connectors in here, and down here is not so much of a problem, but this one seems to be the one that always leaks on these JTSs, but you also can get leaks here too. When you put this in the stock and you tighten it up, and if you tighten it up too much, it stresses all this out and kind of makes it leak sometimes. So what I had to do was, first of all, I had to finish inletting all this. In here, it was binding up back here. It was binding up over here, over there, mainly on this side, over here, and then down there. It was kind of like being pushed over to this side. But anyway, I had to go in there and sand and relieve some of that stuff. So we got this stock, because before you had to kind of push this stock in and then had to push it back out real hard. Now it's literally a drop in. I mean, boom, it's in. So what I want to do is I want to pillar bed it, and I've already got it drilled out for the pillar, and I've got this pillar shaped to the same radius as that piece there. So what we're going to do is mount it on there, glue everything up, and put it together. And what I want to do is I'm going to put some cardstock in here so that when we put this in here and after it dries, then we can take it out, take the cardstock out, and we should have at least a cardstock thickness all the way around. So that's the plans. So let's see if we can do that. Let me get everything ready, and we'll do that. We're going to be using this as our epoxy. All right, let me get everything set up. All right, I've got my cardstock on like I want. I've got the epoxy. Oh, hit the camera, huh? Oh. I'm not really worried about if I get some on the stock. We can wipe it off. And we're gonna finish coat it anyway, so. I guess I can get this into the camera so y'all can see it. All right. It's a little tighter to get in once I put the that pillar on. There it went in. I want to make sure it's snug in there though. All right. All right, it's there. All we got to do is wait for it to dry. So we'll be back once it's dry. I'm going to prop this thing up and it's going to sit here for 24 hours. All right, been 24 hours. Let's see. Now I did forgot to mention that I had sprayed the bottom of the air gun with Hornady one-shot case lube. I put a couple coats on there. So it should have been a release agent to let it all come out. So let's make sure the screw's coming out. Yeah, it'll come out. All right, let's see if we glued anything in. Boom. We did get a little bit of squeeze out there, so, but it's not gonna hurt nothing. Yeah, we might take some of that off. It looked like it went into these two holes here. I see some went into that hole. Get this stuff off of here. I got a little one walking in here on me. What are you doing in here? You ain't supposed to be in here. Get out my skinny knife. Guess I can flip it over. Let's see, where's this one? This one's on the other side. Yeah, normally don't pillar bed an air gun, but you know, in some cases I can see it be beneficial to it. Let me get this cleaned up right here so it won't be jamming up in those holes here, and we'll be right back. All right, we got it all cleaned up. Got a little oil on it. Wiped it down with a little bit of oil. Here's the pillar bed in there. And it really surprised me that it wasn't standing out a little bit more than it was, but that's what we wanted though, was to get it to where it'll sit in there nice and flat. Look at there, it just popped right on. Let me grab a piece of paper. Got a little piece of paper here, and I want to see if I accomplished what I wanted. think I did. Yeah, it's kind of hard to get it through there, but it may be touching a little bit down on the bottom. I'll tell you what I'll do. Let's undo this a little bit. Put that in there. Yeah, it's all the way underneath it like I want. Let's see. Snug this back down. There's a little bit of drag on it, but not much. I may go in there and polish the bottom of that channel just a little bit. All right. We need to mount a scope on it now. All right, there it is. Scope mount on it. I borrowed this off the 22. It's a little more scope power than we need for this gun, but my other scope, spare scope, was compact and it was too short. Didn't have the right eye relief for it. We got 3D printing the baffles as we speak. When I had it was down, I went in and sanded the bottom down here. Now we got absolutely nothing touching now. Piece of paper slide right underneath it. So, all right, we got a couple pellets here. Let's see if we can just hit somewhere close to where I think it should be. Shot a little high, but right over where I was aiming, pine cone out there. Me and underneath it. Still a little over it. All right. Well, this thing's quieter than it was. Can't wait to get the baffles in it and see what it sounds like. Still a little high. See if I can hit that gong out there, that steel plate. Yeah, it hit it. One more. All right. We are ready to take it to the range to get it sighted in properly. I'm gonna try to take it with me hunting, just to take it. I'd still got some mods I want to do to it. I want to access this hammer where I can adjust the hammer screw without taking it out of the stock, and the bleed valve, which is over here. to bleed off the tank so you can work on it. It drives me nuts because every time I forget it. I came out here a while ago to fill it up. It was leaking. Go in the house, get the Allen wrench, take the stock off, tighten the screw up, put the stock back on. Like, no more of that. We're gonna drill us an access hole to that thing. But yeah, we just about there. Get the baffles done. We're gonna wrap the moderator in some carbon fiber tape and ready to take it with us when we go hunting. Maybe we can pop some coons or something off the deer feeders and stuff. So, all right. Thanks for watching, everybody.